Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to be going over an issue that I noticed recently with USPS and UPS insurance claims. Before I even start, I just want to mention that for USPS, the insurance broker, carrier, manager, whoever manages the insurance is no longer the post office itself. I spoke to several post office representatives and they said there's a new company handling the insurance claims, which is why I think a lot of them are turning into this. So if you turn in an insurance claim for damage or loss or whatever, you may not get your claim. Actually, I've actually submitted 2 claims this year and both have been denied. What to expect if you turn in an insurance claim? They now basically send you a letter, and the letter consists of some instructions. It goes, in response to an insurance claim for missing contents or damaged items referenced above, please present the items and mailing container, including the wrapping, packaging, and other contents received along with this letter, to a post office for inspection within 20 days. If this evidence of damage is not available for inspection, your claim may be denied. So I had 2 scenarios happen with this. One, I did not have the package, and one I did. So with the one I didn't, it was a snow globe and it got damaged in transit. I packaged it as best I could. To counteract some of these things, you could just say, why don't you pack it better? And I have. I've sold over 6,000 items last year and only 4 or 5 got damaged. And back then they were able to cover my claim. This year it seems like they're not going to cover your claims. For the one that didn't have a package, I did explain that eBay basically gives you a limited time of days to refund the buyer, and if they don't refund the buyer, then they can intervene. And also, if you don't refund the buyer can leave negative feedback and be upset because you're not accepting the return in a timely manner. Because of that, and because of this new change, I didn't know that they actually required this in the past, and they said they did more or less, but it was more like a needle in the haystack draw. So I did not know, so I didn't have the package. They threw away the contents once I refunded them. Of course, once I refunded them, they have no obligation to do anything. So that was that. So I did file a claim for that. They did deny it. I filed an appeal, and now the appeal is different. I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. The second scenario, because I had the previous letter, I asked them to return the damaged contents back to me, and I did. And again, like following what the letter says, you turn it into a post office representative. The post office keeps it, but they did tell me when I turned it in, they said they could still deny your claim. So I turned it in, and lo and behold, like a few weeks to a month later, they denied my claim, even though they have the contents in the package and they see it's clearly damaged and it was packed with bubble wrap and all that stuff. They still denied the claim. So honestly, it seems like they don't want to give any refund. So when it says, when you're buying Ground Advantage or Priority Mail, it says insured, it's not really insured anymore. It doesn't seem like it is. So I submitted an appeal that I did turn in. I told them they still have the package. They denied it again. So the denial letter for that is basically as follows. This letter is in response to the insurance claim referenced above. If you disagree with our decision, you can appeal it within 30 days of the letter. If sufficient evidence of value, the amount claim must be supported by acceptable proof of value such as dated sales receipt, money order, credit card statement, internet payment transaction, paid invoice, etc. So this I actually provided it with my initial case. So they ask for a proof of value, they ask for pictures, they ask for supporting evidence, all that jazz. So I submitted this in the get-go. For the supporting claims for my appeal, I basically uploaded the same thing. The value, the damage, the support of what it looked like before, and they still denied it. So honestly, I don't think they're gonna move away from denying all claims. They're expecting people to fall off because they want you to go through a roller coaster and hoops, I believe, and that is unacceptable, honestly, especially if you give them this much business and they're turning away. They don't put it's insured. Don't put it's insured under Ground Advantage or Priority Mail. Do not put it's insured, because it isn't. And actually, for the second example, it was actually Priority Mail. The first example was Ground Advantage. So both scenarios, it doesn't matter which way you ship it. It doesn't matter. It's not insured for the most part. Maybe you've dealt with something different. Please let me know in the comments below if you have for USPS. Now, for UPS, it's even worse. UPS, I'm not even sure if they are handling it or it's another company as well. but you can't even submit a claim if you don't have the package. And what both of these companies don't realize is you are at the discretion of the buyer. The buyer doesn't have to do anything. And honestly, if they refuse to ship it back to you or take it to the post office or UPS, they don't have to. There's nowhere in the eBay contract that says they have to do anything. Honestly, you just have to refund them for the damage. I mean, what else can you do? You can open a ticket, but eBay's most likely going to side with the buyer because the buyer shows evidence of the proof of damage. So all I can really say is to counteract this is just pack it as best you can. I honestly don't have that much damage issues, but just having these two come up and both denied, I don't know what to say, honestly. It just seems very greedy of both of them. USPS and UPS. UPS was like $100. I only ship UPS if it's a big item or heavy or, you know, exceeds dimensional weight. I did have another claim and it was through FedEx this year as well. I believe they lost the package or something and they refunded me, no questions asked. So honestly, I'm considering, even though I don't like FedEx that much because their handling time's a little slower than UPS and sometimes their rates are a little higher than UPS. If I have to ship something big, I'm gonna go through FedEx, I think, from now on. And for USPS, I honestly hope this video reaches them so they can hopefully fix some of the issues they have, because honestly, I know why they're doing this and I know people submitted false claims probably in the past, but if you have the evidence from the get-go, screenshots, evidence of the item being broken, why would you deny it? I don't completely understand. And this whole turning in the package thing is a complete BS. Honestly, I honestly think that just like how people don't want to do a return because they don't want to physically go, and I think that's why they're doing that, just to make people not want to physically go. I'm sorry if I sound ranting or angry or whatever. I'm not really. It's not really about the money. It's more about the principle for me. Don't say that it's insured 100%. Don't say it's insured if it's not really insured, if you're not going to cover the claims. Honestly, though, there's one question I do have. If you add an additional insurance, like if you pay for additional insurance, are they going to still make you go through these loopholes, this roller coasters? I really hope not. And honestly, this makes me not want to purchase additional insurance, because honestly, if they make you go through these roller coasters just to get your money back and they can still deny it, I don't feel comfortable spending money, additional money, just for them to do the same thing. So USPS, I know that the workers aren't handling it. Whoever's handling the insurance is not doing a very good job. That duty should go back to USPS. They're the ones that handle the package. They are aware of what happens from the day to day. Hey, if you drop the package, it's okay. It happens. It's part of life. But just make sure you reimburse the damage. It's gonna happen. Our packages are gonna get lost. Same thing. It's going to happen, but handle your business, please, whoever's handling the claims. For UPS, again, if it's the same story, whoever's handling it should go back to the UPS. And if UPS is truly handling the insurance claims, then they need to look at their competition, FedEx, because I honestly, they're losing a customer with me. From now on, I'm gonna go through FedEx, and FedEx just seems to be backing the sellers a little bit more. Hopefully this video brought light to some of it. Please let me know in the comments below if you've dealt with something different, if you actually had your insurance claim paid without doing these roller coasters. Please let me know in the comments below. I want to know if I'm the only one dealing with this at the moment, because they told me from now on they were all going to go through this. And then I spoke to people in the post office, and the post office was like, oh no, this is just like a needle in a haystack. You drew the wrong one. It's not going to be always required. If it's not always required, then okay, I understand. But if it's going to be every single claim you submit, then this has got to stop. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe for more videos. And sorry for ranting a little bit. Again, I just wanted to voice this so make you guys aware of what can potentially happen when you ship an item. Make sure you package it as best you can. Thank you for watching, and we'll see what I find next. Thanks, guys.